Hey everybody, Matthew Morris, Wood Studio. I'm here in the bench room at the school and I wanted to give you a tour of the school and our makerspace to show you everything we've got here. First off, behind me is my old personal tool cabinet. All these tools here are available to students in the school, plus we've got tools at every single bench and a collection for each bench growing even now. So back here is my personal tool cabinet. And we've got tons of stuff here. We've got planes from Lee Valley and Veritas, planes I've made, hand drills, all this fun stuff. Now, this tool cabinet too is also a project in the online school, which if you join the Makerspace or you purchase an individual class online, you can build this cabinet yourself too. Now, it wouldn't be a bench room without benches. And here we have 5 of these Rockler medium-sized benches, plus my Lee Nielsen bench over here. These benches I'm really enjoying. The students are having a great time on them. They're very versatile. They've got 2 vices, dog holes all over the place, and storage down below. Now, one of the first things you see when you walk in the school is the coffee station, the aprons, and the fridge, and all the stuff over here. So when you come on into the school, into the makerspace, we've got you set with coffee. We've got a Jura back there. We've got coffee from Hilton Head Coffee Roasters just down the street. So got you covered if you're bringing in food for the day, you want to bring in a meal, so your lunch or whatever, snacks, etc. We've got the fridge, plates, napkins, all that fun stuff over here. Now, besides my Mets poster over here, there's a couple of really important things right behind me. So number one on my right is the eye wash station. And then next to me is our water fountain. It's ADA compliant for get a wheelchair under here. Same thing for the eye wash station. And we've got a bottle filler here, which is great so you can have nice, fresh, filtered water all day long. Over here is the sharpening station. I built this many, many years ago to look out my window in the old shop in California and look at the pomegranate tree and be able to sharpen. I got Veritas jigs in here, tons of stones, very easy to come in and just get some water in the stones and get your tools nice and sharp. Now behind me is a vertical lumber rack over here, and then next to me is a clamp rack. Now this is not the only wood storage we have in the school. There's more up in the mezzanine, that's horizontal. Over here we've got a vertical wood rack, and that's all the lumber that I'm using for the classes that are coming up, so I'm pulling parts out of that. And then the clamp rack, we've got I don't know how many F-style clamp on this Rockler pack rack here. It's a lot. Behind me is a set of double doors. We're gonna go right through those in just a second. But I really wanted these glass double doors here so that you, when you're here, you can see what's going on in the machine room, or from the machine room into the bench room, see what's going on, as well as you got a larger project, you're definitely gonna need double doors to move those items back and forth in and out of the 2 areas. To get through those double doors, you're here in the machine room. Behind me is the planer, the jointers here. We're gonna take a look at all of these. This area is a little bit over 1,000 square feet, and it's just dedicated to all the woodworking machines here in the shop. Now we have 2 bandsaws here in the school. First is my Laguna. I love this bandsaw. I've had it for many years. It's phenomenal. It's great for resawing. And then over here for more curved work, we have a Grizzly 14-inch Extreme Series resaw. Bandsaw with thinner blades on it for curved work. It does an amazing job at that. Now this area here is behind me is just the 2 bandsaws and some storage. So in this section of the school, we also have T111 up on all the walls here, and it's great for fixing things. So I've got tons of templates from all the various classes in the online school, which are now being taught here in the physical school, so we can grab those templates, work on things. We do have 1 lathe here in the school, which is in the back. That's for turning pegs or spindles or other things we may need. Now for dust collection, we went with a localized solution here. So I've got a Rockler dust collector hanging on the wall here, and that's for either of these 2 bandsaws, whichever one you're going to be using. This little nook underneath the stairs, we've got a bunch of storage. Just as you open the doors, the double doors, we've got our drills and impact drivers over there. Yes, it's a woodworking school, but you do sometimes need to screw things in. And then over here we have our Festool dust collectors and sanders and some other tools from them as well. And that kind of finishes off this area as we start all the smaller machines that line up right on the other side of the stairs. In the smaller machine section over here, everything is on wheels, so we can easily roll it out and bring it into the middle of the shop if we wanted to, or we can use them here. So on my right is the multi-router. I've had this multi-router for over a decade. It's phenomenal. I've done some upgrades to it from the new stuff that Woodpeckers has come out with. To my left is a Incra router table. And what else to be said? Incra quality, Incra precision. It's awesome. Now to finish off our smaller machine area here with everything on wheels, we've got a Panto router. This is the all-in kit. So we've got all the bits, the templates, everything you may need or want to use at the Panto router. And to the left of me, we've got a hollow chisel mortiser. And this thing's been great. I've had this for over 10 years. It's phenomenal. I've used it for production work. It never has let me down. And it's over here in this part of the school as well. Now after that, we've got our 12-inch jointer. This is a South Bend SB113, but this is a great machine. It's got a ton of length on the infeed and outfeed, 12-inch of capacity width-wise. Now once you finish jointing a face nice and flat, and of course an edge square, you probably want to come over here to the planer and get everything thickness and co-planar. And this 20-inch South Bend planer is phenomenal. It's got a Wixley digital gauge on it, so it can tell you down to 1/1000th of an inch distance between the bed and the cutter head and what's going to come out of the machine on the other side. This was something I really needed in the school, and the Makerspace was something that you can come in and time and time again hit the exact same dimensions easily in a piece that you're building. And that's where this machine really comes in beautifully. Jointer and the planer are connected to a Laguna 1.5 horsepower Cyclone, and it's phenomenal. It takes care of pulling the chips out of these two machines. Table saw is often referred to as the heart of the woodworking shop. And here we have a SawStop ICS, the industrial version in their line. It's the highest end one you can get. It's just phenomenal. Build quality is awesome. We've got an Incra Miter 5000 on here. We've got some other cross-cut sleds, but if you're coming over here and working on the table saw, we've got a great setup for you. Now, it has its own dedicated dust collection, which is this Rockler dust collector, the 750. We have another one that roams around, and that's for all the smaller machines on the wall over here. But before we get there, we've got one more machine on this side, and that's right over here. Now, this isn't something that we use often right now in the school or in the Makerspace, but we have it for those times when you really need it. And that's a 20-inch drum sander. It's got enough width to easily take a wide panel. At the same time, it's got enough horsepower to move through something that's wide, that's really hard wood like oak or something else like that, where it's gonna really potentially bog down a smaller, less powerful machine. And it's got 4-inch dust collection right up on top. Now for a miter saw, we went with this Bosch 12-inch sliding compound miter saw. It's great because we can get it right next to the wall. We've got this little miter station here where we're storing blades and all these other things that you need back here in the machine room. Now this is the other Rockler 750 I've been talking about. It's on wheels. It's not hooked up to anything. It's here to roam around and connect to the machines that you're using. We've got 3 sanding machines on this section of the wall to help you shape your parts, and that is an oscillating spindle sander here. And then to the right of me and behind me, right over here, is a 12-inch disc sander. This is also a great sander. Sometimes you want to use a disc sander instead of an edge sander to help shape something, and this guy comes in handy for that. And to finish off our wall of sanders, we have here an edge sander from Grizzly as well. And what woodworking studio wouldn't have a really good drill press? Now, it's not something that you're using every day, but when you need it, you want a really nice one. Now, before we jump in the bench room to finish off this little tour, one of the things I really wanted to point out is something that I really personally wanted, and I knew that people that come in here would appreciate every day. It's not a tool, it's not a hand plane, it's not a saw, it's this padding here in the machine room. We have this 3/8-inch interlocking, where's just about all over. Wherever we have tools, they're not there, but the rest of the area around the tools always has this 3/8-inch thick padding, and it's great for the feet. It really helps you get through a day. I hope you enjoyed that little tour here of our school and Makerspace here on Hilton Head Island. I really think if you come here and take a class, you're gonna have a great time. And if you live nearby and you wanna join the Makerspace, you have access to an incredible amount of high quality, well kept up hand tools and machines and benches to build all of your beautiful projects here at the school. So let me know what you guys think. Leave that in the comments below. Tell me what you think of the school, what you're thinking about. Do you own some of these machines? Do you like them? What kind of projects would you want to come and take here at the school? Do you live nearby and maybe you want to join the Makerspace? Whatever it is, leave that in the comments below. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and have a great week in your shop.